Welcome. I am Maria Walker, 4-H Youth Development Coordinator of the Southeast and Metro Districts for Nebraska Extension. Today, let's take a look at how you can enhance your contribution as a judge through the use of developmentally appropriate practices, also referred to as understanding the ages and stages of youth development. During our time today, I will highlight characteristics of age groups and connect those characteristics to implications for you as a judge. It's important to note all youth are unique and are capable of making unique contributions in their 4-H project work. Using developmentally appropriate practices is a generalist approach to inform your efforts. It is also important to note universal best practices do exist regardless of developmental stage. The first is to engage with the youth in a welcoming and affirming way. Skill mastery is a critical component in the development of self-esteem. You may say something like, "I am so proud you set this goal for yourself and worked hard to achieve it. Congratulations." A second best practice is to create opportunities for reflection. When asking questions, don't forget to make space for the learning pause, or that moment of time between when you ask the question and when the youth actually responds. While that moment may feel lengthy, it's actually brief and critical in the reflection process. Silence following a question you ask is quite common and should be expected. In fact, counting to 10 is a practical way to allow enough time and space for the 4-H member to process and deliver his or her answer to you. A third best practice is to distinguish between the process of 4-H project work and the product of 4-H project work. Depending on the developmental stage, the quantity and quality of both will vary. The process is how the youth approached his or her work, and the product is the outcome of the work. Exploring both in the judging experience are valuable in fostering positive youth development. Let's shift our attention to the characteristics and stages of development and begin with our youngest members in kindergarten through 3rd grade. During this stage of development, 4-H members are concrete thinkers. They can think about and answer questions regarding things they can see, touch, taste, hear, or smell. These youth have a can-do attitude. They believe they are capable of greatness and are very willing to try new activities. Encourage this optimism and belief in self. Attention spans are shorter, but brain processing is not faster. Keep comments and interview times brief, but deliberate and not rushed. In grades 4 through 6, youth have an increased awareness of others, particularly their peers. They engage in more social comparison of self to others and may be more reluctant to try new things. The mastering of skills related to 4-H project work can contribute to an enhanced self-concept. As a judge, encourage and champion the youth in exploring interests related to project work. Cognitively, these youth are capable of understanding the why of things. When asking reflection-based questions, push youth for more in-depth reflection on their experiences. You can do so by simply saying, "Tell me more about that." Youth in grades 4 through 6 are also able to comprehend multi-step directions. You can rely on this characteristic to ask them to articulate concrete next steps in project work. Questions such as, "What will you do different?" or "What will you keep exploring in this project area?" are good examples. In grades 7 through 9, youth experience an increase in pressure from peer groups. The influence of older youth and adult mentors is critical. Encourage a continued connection to the youth's 4-H club with project work. Youth are able to identify a personal goal, clearly identify the specific steps to achieve that goal, and independently work to achieve it. Ask, what was your goal with this project? How did you achieve it? Youth are also capable of engaging in planning and self-evaluation, asking, "What do you think about your work?" And, "What are your next steps for this project area or your 4-H experience?" High school 4-H members benefit from belonging to groups while maintaining their own unique identity. Typically, they can assume responsibilities and are capable of following through. Comments and questions can be directed towards the development of individual skills relevant to the youth's interests and capabilities. Youth set their goals based on their own individual needs. Ask youth how they identified the needs of their project work and what actions they took to fulfill those needs. Youth at this age can concentrate on future actions and plans. Ask questions about how the lessons learned in project work can be applied to future careers. Nebraska 4-H values your contribution to the lives of young people. Thank you for your time today and for your work to make the best better.